guess my vision dream speaks true. You are the one my mistress seeks. When you're ready, the nearby cart will take you where you need to go. I carried that letter, but I wasn't permitted to read the words. Tell me, what insights did the Dread Lady share with you? You can trust me. I'm her prophet, after all. Keep your voice down. Not even her prophet is permitted to use the Dread Lady's name in casual conversation. You never know who might be listening. But yes, that is one of the names used by my mistress. Now please, tell me what she revealed to you. The Dread Lady speaks to her prophet in dreams and visions, but for this task, she actually appeared to me in the flesh. She gave me that letter and bid me deliver her message to the person in my vision.
Hey man, how you doing?
What was that message, pray tell? So that's how it's going to be, is it? All I get for my trouble is the thanks of the Dread Lady's chosen mortal? Very well, I can live with that, if I must. You better get on with my mistress's business, then. I'd hate for you to disappoint her.
No, that would be great, man. Yeah, I know the timing or the waiting sucks. I don't deny that, but it's still good that you've got you got a chance to really get into something that's going to be beneficial towards what you're looking for. Or to get into, I guess you could say. So this really does seem like, considering, I'm guessing this is supposed to take place in Cyrodiil, if I'm not mistaken. Which would be the place that Oblivion took place in, I believe. So oh. I thought that was an enemy, it was another player. Yeah, that's true, man. Yep, this looks exactly like how it is in Oblivion, how their dungeons are. So this is cool that they would do this. There we go. Well, that's good, man. I wish you all the best with that, for sure. I hope that everything works out well for you with that, because that'll definitely be a launching pad for you. That's for sure. Oh, those ain't gonna work. Ah, yes, the gargoyles. I remember them all too well. Yeah, baby. Level up. Alright. Oh. Nice. Lovely. Good to see. Points. Skill advisor. I'll do this. Alright. That's right, man. You always gotta walk before you can crawl. That's how it goes. There we go.
What
That's what I was
interest does a Dagon cult have in this place, Flea?
Do your worst, Remora. I'll tell you nothing.
I'll squeeze the knowledge out of you. Damn. I forgot how fragile mortals can be.
Okay.
I sense. Yes. You are the mortal I sent for, and not a moment too soon. Good. I attempted to get this Mehrunes Dagon cultist to enlighten me. He refused. I may have insisted a bit too vigorously. This is his own fault.
Oh, that's good then. Well, you made Jaws 28. You made Jaws 2, I guess. I'll be right back in just a moment. I need to get some food real quick. Just to take a few moments. Hey, Dragon Slayer, how you doing, man? How's things going? Hey, Bushido Blade Warrior, what's going on, man? How's things going? Oh, he was 28 when he made Jaws. Okay. Well, you never know, man. You might actually be able to end up making your own feature-length film as time wears on, especially if you get through this job process here.
Technically, I am a Dromora. But yes, my origins are Daedra. I was investigating the activities of these followers of Mehrunes Dagon when I ran into an obstacle. It pains me to admit it, but this requires a mortal's touch. I need assistance. An Imperial cache lies beyond that concealed doorway. Unfortunately, the entrance has
I got
been
that today,
boarded
man.
to prevent anyone, including those of my kind, from passing through.
This is how
I require
YouTube is so
capable mortal
retarded.
to shatter the ward so we can see what's hidden inside.
Because, for example, I go into the settings, I set where I don't want any comments going to my videos without me reviewing them first. Guess what? Nintendo. YouTube pretty much wipes it from their memory. That doesn't work. It does not work. Because I got another comment today on a video that I had posted earlier of a glitch. And somebody, it was a friggin' porn bot or whatever it was, went and posted something on there. So obviously I was hiding anything and blocking them from commenting anything. But you know, people are just going to make random accounts and go and post porn bot websites up on people's pages. So I can't even keep them from doing that, for God's sakes, because YouTube is retarded.
Take this amulet. I went to great trouble to acquire it.
Friggin' settings don't even work.
You should be able to shatter the ward and open the hidden storehouse. We must find the secrets locked inside before the Dagonists do.
Bunch of dumbass fascists.
The world hangs in the balance. The amulet should allow you to remove the ward so we may enter the concealed annex. I had it specifically constructed just for this purpose, but it will only function for a mortal. Hurry now. I haven't got all day. I acquired a map from the Mehrunes Dagon cultists that indicates an Imperial cache is hidden inside. I want to reach that cache before they do, and find out what Emperor Leovic thought was important enough to hide from mortals and Daedra alike. Don't the actions of the Daedric princes, when turned in this direction, always concern the fate of this particular ball of mud? The Longhouse Emperors have protected a secret for 3 generations. A secret that involves Mehrunes Dagon.
Oh yeah, man. I agree. I agree. And also, it's a very important day for the resurrection of Jesus, too, so I absolutely agree.
A secret guarded from mortals and Daedra alike that involves the Prince of Destruction?
So it's definitely an important holiday.
Any more clear if they painted us a picture. What form that threat will take, however, that is what I hope to ascertain.
There's no reason to be sad about it. He meant to do it. He planned for it.
How remarkably narrow-minded you mortals can be.
Oh, I got you.
What is your definition of evil? Do I care for the lives of mortals? No. Do you care for the lives of ants that crawl beneath your feet? Our interests are aligned at this time.
I mean, obviously during the time of it happening, yeah, it was considered a sad event, but that's because I guess people then they didn't really take into account of what Jesus was saying. So until he rose from the dead 3 days later. The day after April Fool's Day, like, hey, Jesus, yeah, like it's like, hey, Jesus is dead. Oh, April Fool's. No, he's not. He's risen again.
I saw the Dagonists use magic to temporarily disable the ward. Their power is limited, however, and the ward reasserted itself before I could follow them. Only power akin to the amulet can totally destroy the ward.
If she knew you really well enough, she would know that that wasn't the case. It's just like, for example, one of my best friends on April Fool's Day, he ended up going and telling all of his kids that his kid's bank account was hacked. He's like, hey, did you happen to hear that your bank account was hacked? I forgot which bank it was. And they freaked out and went and checked their bank accounts, and he's like, oh, April Fools! He said what he really should have done was gone into their bank accounts and took all their money out and put it in his account, so they would actually thought that it would have been hacked. And of course, you know, he would put it right back in there again. He said he put it right back in there again. He said, but he said to really push the joke even farther to make it seem like it was believable, he said he should have done that. I guess he didn't think about it at that point in time, though.
Do you assume I am without resources? That I do not have connections in both the Mundus and throughout the plains of Oblivion? I have given you the amulet, and it will do its job. Nothing else matters, little mortal. The protective ward is deadly to danger. As a mortal, you are perfectly immune to any such dangers. The ward simply bars your way. Besides, the amulet can only be used by a mortal. That's part of the reason it can destroy the ward. As a mortal, you are immune to the harmful effects of the protective ward. As long as it is in place, however, it will prevent either of us from passing through the warded doorway. That is its primary function, after all.
So I already look at all of these?
Mehrunes Dagon is one of the Daedric princes, the Lords of Oblivion. Specifically, he is the Prince of Destruction, Revolution, and Ambition. Natural disasters are his forte, though some consider him nothing more than a god of bloodshed and betrayal. Concern? I am not concerned. I am curious. Secrets intrigue me. If anyone should be concerned, little mortal, it is you.
1 second, folks. Okay, okay, I'm back. I'm here. Alrighty. Open world John Connor game. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I hadn't heard you were mentioning about that. I haven't heard or seen any info on it, though.
When a cult devoted to the god of destruction performs mysterious deeds upon your doorstep, there's a good chance your home will soon be engulfed in fire, devoured by earthquakes, or submerged in a raging flood. And by your home, I mean Nerd.
Escape to Mars.
The ward has fallen. Let us see what waits inside.
I may actually be streaming Outriders this weekend once hopefully it'll get here from Gamefly.
I sense more wards ahead.
By the weekend.
Deal with them. I shall wait here.
Hopefully. Then I'll be streaming that for maybe a few days until I turn around and send it back so I can get the most out of my free month before it starts to charge me once a month. Definitely be a lot more wallet friendly. And if their game is able for me to purchase, and I'll turn around and buy said game at a discount if I really want to keep it, and they'll turn around and send me whatever inserts and the case and everything that they have with it. Yeah, I've seen some videos like that before. It's pretty cool. What the heck? Oh, okay, I didn't know that there was going to be any dudes here. Oh, I guess it happened after I destroyed the ward. So it seems. You die. Let's see here. Move. Okay. Might do that with all of your movies. What, do them in a garage or a basement? Is that what you meant? What, is that what you meant? I can't talk today, man. I was sending some voice messages to a friend of mine a little while ago, and I was just tripping over my words because I was also trying to deal with my dog, too. What the heck? Come on. Stupid thingy snagging me in place.
You destroyed the wards.
Duh.
I felt each one's shadow in turn. Well done, little mortal. Now tell me, what did you find? Let me see them. A collection of apparently mundane items, at least on the surface. But look at this scroll. It not only bears the seal of the last Longhouse Emperor, it has been ensorcelled so that it cannot be unfurled or read.
Ensorcelled?
Interesting.
That's new. I mean, I get what it means, but I've never heard of a word like that.
Architectural plans from the looks of it. And not the mundane engineering so common to your world. No. These plans include powerful Daedric elements. Some sort of vault, obviously. Strengthened and enhanced by a complex arcane matrix. Intriguing.
Yeah, you'll probably definitely end up having some long streams then, if that's the case, especially with that game.
It marks a location in Grotwood, Ne Salas, another ruin, and perhaps another annex. I'll open a portal to take you there. Keep
Oh, yeah.
It retains power enough to deal with a few more wards. While you search, I shall try to read the scroll.
Lord of the Rings is my favorite movies of all time, my favorite trilogy. I love the Hobbit trilogy too. A lot of people have something to say against it, but I like them just as equally as Lord of the Rings. It's the only movie that I have owned like multiple copies of, honestly. Like I have the fat versions of the DVDs. You know, in the book form, the extended editions. I have the Blu-rays of the extended editions, which is stupid they didn't even bother to put the special features in HD. They did it with the movies, but not the special features, which is dumb. And I've also got like these other special editions that had came out, which has a theatrical and the extended edition with like nice little boxes. So yeah, it's like the only movie that I've ended up collecting multiple times. I got like basically 3 different versions, I guess you could say. Miss your old Popeye's chicken name? But can't you go and switch it back? You switch your name back as many times as you want.
Raid the caches while I deal with the ensorcelled scroll.
Plan on doing it with another YouTuber. Sweet. Yeah, that would be great. There was some talk or something that he ended up doing. I don't know if it was on The Hobbit or the Lord of the Rings trilogy or where the Blu-rays had came out. He ended up saying, he said, we have some other extra backstage footage as well. He said, but we,
Trust me, Faendil. Magical transport.
He said maybe we'll release that again with another release.
Appeared here so suddenly. We need to cut them off before an entire army is on our doorstep. Tread carefully. An army is massing under our feet. I don't know how this happened. Somehow the Covenant has managed to fill this ruin with troops. And more seem to be arriving, as if out of thin air. Must be magic. No other explanation. This is the only entrance or exit to the ruin. The Red Guards must be using a portal to enter the ruin. They probably thought they could avoid detection until they had a force big enough to attack. If there's a portal, and I'll eat my armor if there isn't, we need to seal it before reinforcements arrive. A lone scout will have an easier time than a full force. We don't have the numbers to face them head-on anyway.
Yeah, that's well over a 12-hour stream then, if that's the case, for the extended edition of all 3 movies.
I appreciate it. Take this wand and use it to disrupt the portal. Be careful, though. Don't try to fight everybody. It'll be a waste if you die before closing that portal.
Yeah, this ain't happening. Wait. Nope, I didn't think so. Well, dude, you're going to be having like a really long stream then if that's the case, if you're going to end up doing it all at once. I remember back when the first movie came out, and I think that either the day the first movie of The Hobbit came out, either I had that day off or I asked it off of work.
One more step and you get an arrow in the knee. look like a cultist.
Arrow in the knee.
Damn it all to Hermaeus Mora's nether regions. If you aren't one of the damn cultists and you aren't one of the Covenant soldiers, then what in the name of Oblivion's stinky armpit are you doing down here? Imperial caches? Really? That's funny. That's exactly what brought me here. But then I found this band of wood elves under assault by Covenant soldiers and a group of insane Daedric cultists. You positive you aren't one of the cultists?
Because the lower the remains. Lower the reins. I know you meant to say lower the reins, but the stupid friggin' autocorrect said lower the reins. Oh man, that's funny. Lower the reins. The horse is getting off track. I know it's spelled differently, but it's just funny. It was like Lord of the Flies. Oh man.
Alright. The enemy of my enemy and all that. Just like in the Investigator Vale stories. I suppose I can trust you. For now. The cultist answer to some kind of doombringer.
Yeah, exactly,
He's got
dude.
some kind of scholar lady at his side. Farther in, I'm guessing. The cultist leader paid off the soldiers and they just let them wander on through. If you can clear a path, I'll get these wood elves out of here and then follow after you. We can meet up when you find the cultists.
Actually, with the Hobbit, I don't know if there might have. I think I only had seen. It was either one of them or two of them at the midnight showings. I know there was at least one I didn't see at the midnight showings because I had to work that night, and I think I either couldn't get that night off or I forgot to ask for it off.
I'm just a young wood elf with a good bow and a thirst for adventure. I plan to make a name for myself, and this seems like the perfect opportunity. Provided I don't get sacrificed in some stupid Daedric ceremony along the way. Cracked acorns. You established adventurers don't understand. When you're starting out, it's hard to become recognized as a real
Lord
hero.
of the Anal Rings.
But that's what I want to be.
Oh my gosh.
Just like in the Investigator Vale and Green Hood stories. I found a journal in Black Drake Villa, a hidden refuge of the Longhouse Emperors. It was in some kind of code, so it took me a while to figure out what it said. Well, actually, I had someone decipher it for me. Even deciphered, the journal didn't make much sense. Emperor Leovic wrote it. Lots of crazy talk about annexes around Tamriel where his caches related to something he called the Emperor's Secret. I decided to investigate, so here I am. Not much. I heard a few of the cultists mention his name. Said it with a mixture of awe and respect. I think they're afraid of him. I noticed that the woman scholar stayed close to the leader's side. She was explaining the history of this place.
Ooh, somebody's wearing a skeleton outfit. Isn't that precious?
Once I get these wood elves out of here, I'll catch up with you.
But yeah, dude, with the extended edition of Lord of the Rings, I watched the living crap out of it. Like, every day, basically, while I was writing stories and drawing and things like that. Like, not just watching it, but going and checking out all the audio commentaries and everything. I love the audio commentaries. I don't even know if they have any on the Hobbit trilogy or not. I'll have to check and see. I don't think that they did, but it would be nice to know if they did. That way I would definitely end up delving into them, because I love hearing that behind-the-scenes stuff with movies that I really like, so. Yeah, probably so. Just about, if you're going to end up seeing the extended editions, yeah. Get some classic mode going on here since we're technically in Cyrodiil with Oblivion. The heck is this thing? Oh. Yeah, I'd rather go back to this one. Well, the enemy's running back down there for him. They didn't bother to attack me. Wait a minute. Oh, it's all the way down here? Is there nothing over there? Oh, these people there must have been people running through here a lot. And all the enemies were chasing after them, but they didn't bother to stop. Why didn't you just go and put all the loot together so I could just be at one screen for that? Yeah, a lot of people were talking about, it's like, hey, would Peter Jackson ever do the Silmarillion? I'm like, if Peter Jackson did the Silmarillion, that thing would be like 10 days long. Not just 3 hours. Which, you know, was funny. I ended up, you know, all that talk about the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League, which I really don't care to watch it. They ended up saying that, oh, yeah, New Line Films or whoever it was ended up going and getting in contact with Peter Jackson, and they want to have a Zack Snyder cut of
They destroyed the ward and marched right in.
Of the Lord of the Rings, which would end up being like 9 days long.
This whole situation, it's gone roots up faster than a Nord eats pie. We were trying to get back to the others, avoiding the soldiers as best we could. But we ran right into the cultists. They wounded me, but I played dead. Watched the Scholar Lady work her magic and break the ward. I hid it inside, and a wood elf slid out of the shadows. But not one of my mates. Said her name was Everly Sharp-Arrow. She made sure I wasn't bleeding too badly, and went in after the cultists.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Don't shake any ransoms on my account. I just need a moment, and then I'll sneak out of this place. Can't say the same about my mates, though. But if you plan to help Everly and do something about those cultists, you better get a move on.
Over here. You need to see this.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I wouldn't blame him at all, but the Aquaman new one was actually pretty good. Honestly, man, I would honestly say have it be any other of Tolkien's writings, because he's done a lot of different writings.
What took you so long? Never mind, never mind. Look down there. That's the cult leader and the scholar lady I told you about. And that must be the Imperial cache. What can I say? I'm as fast as a leaf on the wind and silent as a shadow. I suggest we take different paths to that chamber, just in case. I'll meet you down there. Last one to put an arrow in the cultist is a sour gore apple. That's an odd question. I was hired to find another book at Blackdrake Villa and came across the journal. I was curious and I had some time, so I had the journal deciphered. Turned out to be a lot of ramblings. Emperor Leovic was either crazy or... desperate. The coded message had that sort of air about it. But yes, he alluded to some end-of-the-world level stuff along with the rest of his crazy. I came here to see if there was any truth to the danger, to go along with his obvious delusions.
Bring me the contents of that cache as soon as you have them.
I will not fail, Doombringer. I'll have the wards down momentarily.
Dude, I don't know what in the world they're going to end up doing with that show. I don't have high feelings for it. There was an April Fool's joke that came out saying that Russell Crowe and Mel Gibson were going to get really authentic in their Australian accents so that they could actually end up being in the show. It would be really cool if they were in the show, but you know that was just an April Fool's joke. That ain't going to happen. Yeah, well, you know, there's been so much talk about the fact that there being like a Legend of Zelda TV show and all this crap, and that hasn't happened. So, yeah, I don't see that happening. It would be great though, because he would really pull it off. To be perfectly honest. Antonio Banderas. I wouldn't see him being a good Ganondorf. I'm not really good at picking out actors, but I don't know. Hello, my name is it's Ganondorf.
This ward, it appears to require a special key. Disastrix Maglagor. Deal with the interlopers.
Let disaster rain upon you, fool!
The Undertaker at Ganondorf, yeah, that would be great. I think that would make a lot of sense. He should go into acting when he's not dealing with wrestling anymore. Well, at least he's being like a backstage mentor, but he's not actively wrestling. Supposedly, knowing he's retired 5,000 times.
Let disaster rain upon you, fool!
Hang on, let me try.
Glenn J. Yeah, Kane. He very well might.
Look out! Daedra!
Lower your weapon, Elf. I'll confer with
Did
the
you
other
find?
mortal after
Anything
they search
interesting
the
in there?
cache.
Well, what was inside the cache? Have we finally discovered the secret of the Longhouse Emperors? Let me take a look. Yeah, that's a code, all right. Imperial. Just like in the journal I found at Black Drake Villa. I know someone who can decipher this. He helped me with the journal. I'm sure I can get him to translate this scroll, too. Not far from here. Just outside Eldenroot. Just look for the camp with all the books in it. I'll meet you there. Let's just say I've known him for a very long time, and I trust him with my life. Like I said, he translated the journal I found. The one written by Emperor Leovic that led me here. Tell me why we should trust that Daedra lady, though.
Yeah, I kind of really feel like you don't necessarily need young Link. You could probably have an older Link be able to do the first part of the game, because he basically transitions back and forth between young and old Link, knowing it has to deal with time skips. And I think dimensional skips too, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, if you say so. I suppose if she's willing to help, we have to give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to watch her like a hawk, though. You never count your seeds before they sprout, my great-aunt Laurel always said.
Now that you've satisfied the Wood Elf's curiosity, it's time to satisfy mine. Show me what the cache contained, little mortal. We already knew this concerned Emperor Leovic, and I cannot read those coded words. As much as this mystery intrigues me, it has also begun to bore me. If we don't solve some piece of the puzzle soon, I may just look elsewhere for entertainment. The fate of your world, little mortal, not mine. But do not fear. The mortal realm has always amused me. I will aid you as I can, provided such efforts continue to benefit me as well. Alas, I cannot help decipher the Emperor's code. So, the Wood Elf is useful after all. Interesting. I will open a portal to this Eldenroot to expedite your journey. When the opportunity presents itself, ask the Wood Elf how she was able to break that ward. I sense something powerful. Not yet, but I have my finest Banekin working on it, even as we speak. Go, little mortal. Solve the mysteries before you while I ponder the various clues we've pulled together. I will find you when one of us has something new to report. This portal shall take you to Elden Root. Do not dally. I sense there's more to this mystery than the politics of emperors.
Meet Varagon. Varagon, this is my friend. We've got a scroll to show you.
Evely says you have something for me to look at.
Adam Sandler as the mailman. Yeah, that would be funny. Ooh, I have a letter for you, Link, because Mama don't like the foosball.
Let me take a look. Oh, Imperial, all right. Specifically, this is Emperor Leovic's personal code. Luckily, I know it well. Unfortunately, I don't have Leovic's signet ring. Without that, I can't decipher the code. You have a signet ring? Why, yes, this does appear to be Emperor Leovic's. At least it's one of them. He certainly loved his jewelry. So first that journal that Evely brought me, and now this. What have you and my sister gotten into this time?
Sorry guys, I keep turning my mic off and on because I'm watching a friend of mine actually stream the Final Fantasy VII Remake, which was my favorite game from last year, and I love it to death, and I'm ready for part 2, and this doesn't really seem like something she would play, but considering that it was free on PS Plus, she downloaded it, because that was one of the free PS Plus games they put on there, and I'm just like, oh my god! I was like, I gotta watch her play this and talk to her about it, and all this stuff, so, yeah.
My younger sister, yes. I used to regale her with stories of my adventures, back before I became a scribe in Emperor Morikar's court. I worked for both him and his son Leovic. Everly says I sling words the way she looses arrows, fast and on target. Technically, I was an adventurer, then a scribe. Turned out I preferred ink and parchment to danger and daring do. Unfortunately, I think I put the wrong ideas into little Everly's head. Anyway, the scroll's over there, deciphered and everything.
Well, what did the scroll say? Do we finally know the Emperor's secret? Foral Lupus? He hired me to investigate Black Drake Villa. But why is the word ambitions capitalized? It must mean something special. Thanks for helping me. Here, take part of what Lupus already paid me. There's more if you come with me to Riften. The deciphered document. It mentions the person who hired me, Foral Lupus. Could he really be Emperor Leovic's steward? I guess it's possible. Anyway, I'm supposed to bring this book I recovered to him. Well, to his contact in Riften, anyway. Foral Lupus sent me to retrieve the book from Black Drake Villa, one of the Longhouse Emperor's hidden retreats. I found it and a journal, the one that led me to Nasalis. It's a strange old tome. I can't read any of the words, if they are words. It's written in a language I've never seen before. Looking at the pages makes my eyes hurt, and just carrying it around, it's kind of uncomfortable. Will you come with me to Riften? I want to deliver the book and be done with this business. I never actually met with Foral Lupus directly. Everything was done through an intermediary, a mage named Renna. We can find her at the Mages Guild Hall in Riften. My brother has a cart we can use to make the journey, or I can just meet you there. Before we found the document my brother deciphered for us, I assumed he was a scholar or a book collector or something. I had no idea he was the steward of the last Longhouse Emperor. We never met, just exchanged letters until he sent me to Renna. Renna's some kind of mage. She gave me the final instructions for my mission to the villa and handed over the gold. Well, the first payment. I'm promised more when I deliver the book. Don't worry. I'll make sure you get a fair share of the reward. Neither Foral's letters nor my discussion with Renna provided much information. They told me where to look and gave me a map. It had a description of the book written in the corner. I've been carrying it around for a while now. It's difficult. It's hard to describe. It's like carrying a weight, but not like a heavy pack or anything. More like a burden, a constant worry that never subsides. I've also had dreams lately. Bad ones. But I don't want to talk about them. Not yet. Those feelings weren't there at the beginning. Plus, I found that journal. I took it to my brother to decipher. By then, I realized the Longhouse Emperors were hiding something. I wanted to know more. So, I went to Salis, met you, and here we are. Yeah, I thought of that. He took one look at the thing and handed it right back to me. Said it wasn't any language he ever saw and wanted nothing to do with it. Some brother, right? Before we found the document my brother deciphered for us, I assumed he was a scholar or...
There's a whole lot of traveling here, going from place to place to place.
Hold! I was sent for you. I've been sent to ask for your help. Riften, giant, attacked. Packed army in pursuit, many wounded. Guard Captain Vivica leading recovery effort. North of town. We need help. Oh, there we go. North side of town was hit hard. There are people trapped under rubble. Fires everywhere. Then there's the corpses. There's no time to bury them. Healers want them burned before disease starts spreading.
Dude, I honestly thought he was like a giant or something, but he was just standing up on a stone pedestal.
Over here! You made it! I'm glad you're here. I wasn't looking forward to facing Rena alone. Not after what we found out.
Alright folks, I'm going to go ahead and end up ending the stream now. I'll probably still continue to play this some, and I'll probably be back this weekend streaming some of it, considering I want to get through this prologue. But yeah, I appreciate everybody coming out to the live stream and checking out the archive version, and I will go ahead and I will end this like I always do. Later taters.